Hello, 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 I'm the Painted Dog and welcome to a new game. This game is called The Long Dark. Now in this game, you assume the role of a bush pilot that got stranded in the Canadian wilderness after a global disaster. Now I've got a couple of hours into this game and I thought, let's give this a try, because I usually watch gameplays and playthroughs to see how a game is before I buy it. So I might not be the best player, but I might give somebody insight into this game. So let's go and try that. Okay, as you can see, there's story mode and different challenges and so on. So let's go story mode. Now this will unlock on the 1st of August. I'm really excited for that. But then you also have Sandbox and challenges. Let's go into a Sandbox. Now there's different difficulties. From Pilgrim, this is for new or experienced players. Most survival elements are tuned to be more forgiving or very forgiving. The wildlife will not attack unless provoked. Up to Interloper. You are not part of Mother Nature's plan, you will bear the full force of her wrath. And you start with most minimal resources and have to craft everything you need to survive. The world becomes more hostile the longer you survive. Now, I started out on Pilgrim and I worked my way up to Interloper, but I have trouble talking to you guys and recording. Because I tried to record a game on Interloper and I couldn't survive the first day. And the same happened on Stalker. But as you can see on Voyager, equal parts Hunter and Hunted. For new or experienced players looking for a balance between exploration and survival. And then on the Stalker, your demise waits behind every hilltop. Only the strong survive. So I think let's start on Voyager and see how this goes. Now, I'm going to choose random location just so that we can, because you can always choose a different region, but then you only get to know one region. If you choose random, you don't know where you will start. And you can choose between a male or female. So let's go with male. And let's start this. Let's just start it like that. Okay, press any key. Ooh, that's a long quote. Come on, I can hear the sound effects. Okay, we started out, I have no idea in what region, but as you can see, we're already losing temperature. If you can take a look at the left of the center bottom corner. There's temperature, how awake you are, water and food. Now, usually, I'm not an advocate to go out and collect mushrooms, but in this game, you collect these reishi mushrooms. They can be a real lifesaver. And then as you take a look around, there's sticks. You always pick up the sticks. I know what I just said, but let's just ignore that. And then you get these branches. Now you can use different tools, but at this stage we don't really have any, so you have to use your hands. It will burn 38 calories and it will take 10 minutes to break that down. So I usually skip the branches and just go for the sticks. So let's collect as much sticks as we can. And then also this old man beard lichen, because you can use that to make field dressings. Now, I don't know this region, or so far I don't know this region. As I said, I do have a couple of hours into this game, but I'm by no means an expert, so you will see me do loads of stupid stuff. But come on, you know me like that. Ooh, a deer. I don't have anything to hunt that deer now, so we might as well just leave it alone, if we can. Now usually what I do is, if I start up on a mountainside like this, I usually go downhill until I find a road or some man-made structure, and follow that to a shelter. As you can see there's some wires running along there. But I just want to have a look around. There's some sort of shelter down there. I'm just going to kneel down, because when you'll be able to climb down these areas without injuring yourself. And I just need to keep my eyes open for wolves and or bears, because that's a real thing in this game. A couple of houses. Now where do we start? We might as well start over here and work our way around. And you can usually enter these vehicles as well. But it's getting dark already. That's the only problem with random. So let's use this. Can't do anything with a post box. Let's enter this vehicle. I don't want to leave. Let's search for glove box. Nothing. Radio is dead. Let's leave this vehicle. Nothing there. I don't know why I just closed that hood. Doesn't make any sense, but I did it. Let's enter this cabin. See what's inside. See if that's a problem. Now I have no idea. So let's use... I'm going to use one of these matches. Just to see if there's any stoves in here. Hopefully there is. Otherwise we might die throughout the night. I don't really want to use that again. So you know what? I'm gonna go upstairs. I know you can't see anything at this stage. I can barely see. I'm going to the bed. Now if you take a look at the bed, you can use it for sleep, to reduce fatigue and regain condition, or you can use it to pass time, because at this stage we are at night, or almost at night. It will take a long time for it to pass. If you just use it, just wait for it to pass on its own. So I'm going to use this. So let's pass 10 hours. As you can see, we are losing calories. But that's just the way it is. We want to get to closer to daylight. I actually have used only 5 hours or something like that. Just to make sure that I don't go too far into the daylight. Because you want to use daylight as far as possible. We are really thirsty and I don't believe I have anything to drink. So let's take a look at this. I'm really going to have to use another match and hope that I find a water bottle. Let's use this. Drink, 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 drink. Okay, let's go out of this. Where's the toilet? That's the nice thing about this. You can take water from the toilet cistern at the top. But I'm not going to have you wait here to see or to wait until it's daylight. Otherwise, I'll bring you back as soon as it's daylight. So see you now. And it's daylight again. Now we are really hungry, so let's go ahead and eat some of these. As you can see, it's 37%. So there is a risk involved in eating that, but at this stage, I want to get that used. And we are getting tired, but I'm going to use this time to search these areas. Now it's still a bit dark to search for stuff lying around, so let's search for drawers and the cupboards. Because we really don't have that great equipment to start out. Never mind our clothing. So let's take a look at this. We can wear that. We can wear that extra jeans, and we can wear these socks as well. So now we have plus 1 degree Celsius for windproofing, 5 warm, 14 for, but our sprinting is really bad. I believe it's because of that. Not just that, but that's one of the factors that contributes to that. So let's search these drawers. Clothing is always welcome. Not to be used, you can always tear it down. So let's take a look in here. Okay, summer soda. Okay, I'll research that. So I usually break down towels and curtains for a cloth, because you can use that to repair or mend your clothes. But we also want to get a stove so we can melt. So I'm not going to come back to this house to stay here, because you want to have some sort of base. But at this stage, this place won't be for us. Just a great, nice look at that. Nothing there. We already searched these drawers. And we searched that. There's nothing in there. So now let's move to the next room.
I think I can use this.
Now before I go outside, I'm going to equip some of these clothes. But for now, I'm just going to search. Maybe we can do you look at our inventory only once before we go outside. Okay, trail boots. I have loads of clothing now, but I can't really use all of them at once. Okay, there's a flare. We need a flare because you can use that to scare off wolves. Nothing in there. I like to go down to crouch down like that because then you can have a look around. You can actually break down these tables and things if you have a hatchet or that kind of stuff, but I don't have it, so I'm just gonna skip that. So let's have a look in here. Nothing in a freezer, nothing in a fridge. That's just bad. Gonna break down the curtains as well, because as I said, I'm not coming back here. If I can help it. Something in the oven. Nothing in the oven. I need an axle for that. We'll have a look at all the things that we collect in a moment. Just want to search this place so we can move on to the next building. Because there are loads of buildings around here. You might get encumbered, but that's what's nice about this game. If you get encumbered, it's not like in Ark where if you get encumbered you can't move. You can still move, but you will lose the ability to sprint and all that.
I could use this
Later on. Let's search. Oh, come on. That's the only thing, if you search a cabinet or cupboard, you have to hold down the left mouse and you have to keep it held down until it's finished. So I don't see anything lying around here that we can use. So this place is thoroughly checked out. No curtains there. So let's go on to the next place. Hopefully it's a nice day outside. I know I should have checked my inventory first. Don't see any wolves yet. All that things cracking sounds a bit menacing. And then a scary looking swing. Why is all the scary movies always have a swing set? So let's enter this vehicle and see if there's anything in there. Hey, granola bar. Another flare. Bag. Find a place with a stove. Let's start from a certain space and work our way through the house. Leave that for now. Let's fill up on water. That. Because we will get encumbered quite easily while exploring these areas. We don't want to be stuck,
This will come in handy.
not able to run properly. I really have to check out the clothing I got, especially the shoes. If I can get shoes that are easier to run in, that'll be awesome. And with the same protection, that'll be great. But you know Murphy's Law. Nothing there for us to collect. And I have to remember to crouch down and have a look around those areas. I shouldn't forget the oven. As you can see, cooked rabbit meat. This time, like, it's still quite early in the day. We might get
Always use more
loads.
food.
But as you can see, we are getting a bit low on our awakeness. Oh, I don't know what I wanted to say there. We are getting tired. Always use water purification tablets. Nothing there. Nothing there. So can we have something to eat quick? Yes, we can. Let's eat this cooked rabbit before it goes off. Now, I already checked. I might as well tear down the curtains. Oh, but this loads here, so let's leave it. And let's move on to the... Let's take a look at our backpack. As you can see, we're approaching our weight limit. But that's fine. I'm going to wear as much as this as possible. Now that's bad. I'll fix those shoes as soon as it's close to night time. I want to explore as much as possible because we need to find a place with a stove. That's really a necessity at this stage. And as you get more tired and you lose condition, you will be able to carry less and less. So we are really close to being encumbered. If I quickly check this car, I might as well. While I'm here. Driving gloves. Not awesome for this weapon, but if we didn't have any gloves, that would be better than nothing. Now this place might have something of interest. Lantern fuel.
I think I need to lay down.
Matches is always a great thing to have. I wouldn't mind to have I'm gonna leave that for now. I wouldn't mind getting a can opener. Cardboard boxes. You have to break that down. I almost forgot. I'm going to leave the food in the fridge for now. Okay, that locker you have to use a pry bar to open. More driving gloves. We'll break that down at some point. Get that sewing kit and let's search this medicine cabinet. I want to find a place with a stove. Ooh, a pry bar. You can actually open that up now. And a hacksaw. Now this place is a great find. And a workbench. It only needs a stove. And this can be our... No, it doesn't have a stove. Otherwise this could have been our base of operations. Now I'm going to go out now, quickly. Because I can always return here. If I want to get some sleep. But I want to search this area a bit more. Before we settle down for the evening. I just want to make sure that there's no place with a stove. That we can actually sleep in. Oh, a doghouse. Or dog kennel. Now do you have a fireplace? We are getting tired, so let's sleep for, let's say 2 hours. So get that up a bit more. Go back to the previous place and explore that. And hopefully we'll be back in time to, yeah, we have loads of time left. You can always use this area. You're going to sleep in here and use the stove in there. But for now, let's clean out this workshop. Actually have placed some of my items in the cupboards there. But it's not that far. I can walk a bit slower just to get there. Rifle cartridge. This stage won't be of great help to us, but later on it might be. So let's search. Now this is a majority of this game, searching for resources and avoiding bears and wolves. Getting enough stuff to eat, although there's loads of stuff over here. Oh, this is a fire pad. We can actually stay here, but you can't really cook in there, so... That other place way better. Whetstone. It's actually... And a fire striker, we can use that. Because we will run out of matches at some point. A couple of playthroughs I did of this game, I usually had trouble with matches and starting fires, because you can always get a magnifying glass. But then you have to go outside, or sometimes you get lucky. But you can't start a campfire indoors, so you have to be outside for it, using the magnifying glass. Hopefully you can use a fire starter in the fireplace, but I don't see why you won't be able to do that. How much time do we have left? Ah, loads of time. Let's get down to, you see, over there. I don't want to sleep. We can't pick that up. Will seem like. Okay, we have loads of clothing. Can't really complain about that. Come on.
I'll be hungry later.
This place is awesome, I have to say. And a storm lantern. Crow feather we can use to craft arrows later on. So I'm gonna take that.
I need to drop something.
I know you are encumbered. I know that. Just as long as you can move, that'll be fine. Any hooks or lines in here? No. That's fine.
Starting to weigh me down.
I know. I'm sorry for that, but you're a big boy, you can do this. Let's search as much of this as we can before getting too way down.
That'll come in handy.
You can use charcoal in this game to map the area, so I'm going to hold on to that. I don't know what we'll find except for cash in that register, but who knows. Now, the question is, might as well do that. Magnifying glass. Bedroll. Move. Yes, we can. I'm gonna take all the water packs we can carry. You can see our movement is really slow now. So I'm going to leave this food. I'll come back for that later on. We can't sprint. Now, I'm not going to bore you with this slow walk back to our place. So I'll see you then. And here we are. So let's get a nice cupboard that we can place all this stuff we collected in before we try and search this area. Might as well use this cabinet for now. Okay, let's open that up and let's do a bit of work. That's not that heavy to carry. Now these things are heavy. I'm not going to use that now, so I might as well leave it. Same with our lanterns. These bedrolls are really heavy. Our food's not that bad. Now, before we do anything, let's take a quick look at our clothing. Might as well wear that. This. Let's wear that. Let's take a look at these gloves. Decent fleece mittens. Worn work gloves. Now the mittens won't provide us as much as these new work gloves, but they are decent. You know what? Let's take that beanie off as well, or that cap off as well. Now we can sort out our clothing as well. So I won't need that. Now later on, I'm going to tear these things down and use them. Ooh, one insulated boots. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it now covered for now. Because we want to be at least transfer all that. That's the only problem with water purification tablets. You have to move in one at a time. I'm going to use that to feed up. That's fine. Okay, now we can search this area. And since we are here, we might as well start over here. Wood matches, accelerant, in the bathroom. Okay. And a flare. What kind of party were they planning on having? Clothes are really not that great issue in this playthrough, I have to say. Here is food. You see thin wool sweater as well. But this entire game is trying to survive the elements and the wildlife. But we haven't really encountered any wildlife yet. Which is kind of weird. But hey, I'm not complaining. Because being attacked by wolves is really not that great. Hey, another beanie. Let's do a bit more searching around. Now I know we have loads of food, but we might as well just search this entire area so that we know what we have and what we don't have. Let's take a look at our stats. We are starting to get tired. But that's fine. We are in our place for our initial camp, so that's fine. I don't have that far to go to sleep. Nothing there. Nothing there. Now, the question is, do I leave some of my food over here? Hunting knife to break that down. And we don't have a workbench in here, but that's okay. We're already encumbered again. Because we are hungry, thirsty.
Something's making me feel tired.
I know what's making you feel tired. You are just tired. Okay, let's take a look at our clothing again. Ragged. Now the question is, do
I could use a drink.
Let's try and repair this. Then, damn. We don't have enough cured leather left. Now let's take a look at this. Let's eat that. That's already starting to go bad. Drink that grape soda. And eat this peanut butter. Now you might get food poisoning, so you don't really want to. That's where you start with the least fresh stuff and work your way up. Okay, now let's sort out a bit more. I don't need all that matches, so let's just take 20. And 11 of this. Sticks and magnifying glass and all that we can hang on to. All these extra clothing. I should have taken a look at this. Worn wool socks. Let's try and repair this. I hate it when you fail, because then you lose your materials. And it's getting dark now. So in the meantime, let's break down a bit of stuff while we wait for tiredness to really kick in. Because we have a belly full of food. We had something to drink. So we might as well tear this down. You know what? While we are waiting, let's do a bit of research.
So tired.
Didn't really get to do any research there. But it's getting dark now. Sorry about that. Okay, I had a little crash. So let's take now we have to search all these areas over. So I'm not gonna bore you with that. So I'll see you for the next as soon as we get that done. And we are back. It was a very productive evening. I sorted out my inventory. I got loads of warm clothes. As you can see, 21% protection, 4% degrees Celsius windproof, warmth bonus, but we lost loads of our sprinting abilities. But that's fine, that's fine. Now we are still almost in covered, about 10 kilograms away. So let's see if we can sort out a bit more. So I really didn't have that much to leave behind. I also took the pry bar and the hacksaw because we are venturing outside now. So we might encounter another place that we can look through and open up. I know, I'm collecting sticks again. And I already had 10 to start with. Now these places you can't go in. They aren't explorable. But that's fine. Now let's take a look. Where's our charcoal? Equip that. Now if you equip your charcoal and you hold down your left mouse button, you start filling in your own map, which is kind of nice. Now before I forget, let's go in here and let's go to our fireplace and see if there's any charcoal there. Yeah, obviously it's free charcoal, that's awesome. And we do have charcoal when we encounter a new area, and we can use that. Our temperature's okay, but today I want to use time to sort out and repair some of our clothing. And I should actually stop picking up the sticks, but it's a habit. Now there's a deer carcass. Any wolves or bears around? Not yet. But it will probably be 100% frozen, so we won't be able... Yeah, 100% frozen. So we have to use a hacksaw to harvest this. But you know what? No, I'm gonna leave that for now. We can still tear down some of our boots and clothing. But we'll need that cut later on. If we want to make bows and arrows and all that. But for now, that's fine. We can still search. Ooh, can opener. That's awesome find. Because otherwise you have to bang open the cans and then you lose some of the food. And that's really not that awesome. I know we have loads of food, but we can't really have enough. Because it's one of the achievements, if you don't hunt anything, don't kill anything, the first 25 days. And I tried that when I played this game, just to learn the game, and I really sucked at that. One stage I threw stones at rabbits to get to stun them, and then I murdered them. Little bunny rabbits. But I had to. I'm gonna collect those boots as well, because I'm going to tear them down. So I might as well collect them. I don't really need more clothes, but see, that's the problem if you play with a lower difficulty. You have resources everywhere. And that's not really how this game works. See, matches, accelerant, and thermal underwear. And another flare. So yeah, this game might be a bit too easy now. But that's okay. That's okay. Because I wanted to learn, I wanted to show you this game. And now you know. Start out with low difficulty is awesome. Otherwise, if you feel like this is not really a challenge, then leave it. Then you take a higher difficulty. If I'm not mistaken, I saw another place down here with a Canadian flag. A couple of ice fishing shacks, I don't know if you can see that. And a wolf over there. So let's leave that wolf alone as far as possible, and let's explore this area a bit more. Now so far this place, if we got to this place first, this wouldn't have been that bad place to set up our camp, but we already have a place. We're just going to strip this place. Let's take all the charcoal that we can get, because I want to map out this place as well. And let's search these cupboards. I know this might be a bit boring, but I wanted to show you all of this game. Later on I can always skip ahead. But I think you have to get an idea of this game, a real idea of how this game really is. And this is this game. You have to search all these areas, break down tables and all that to get what you need. I'm starting to get encumbered, really encumbered. I always take another sewing kit.
Probably here.
We can still sprint, that's fine. I'm gonna leave this room and the bathroom for later. For now, let's leave and get back so we can dump some of the stuff that we collected. Oh dear, run away, run away. Get out of flare if we need it. But I don't think we'll need that now. As long as you move away from them, they are usually okay. You don't actually have to sprint, but if you can sprint, that is always a great thing. But just move away. Just move away. Just so you don't have to sprint, and now I'm sprinting. Let's get in there. Okay, put that flare away. Don't want to waste it. Now this tracer cabin is getting a bit full. Okay, so only 20 now. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna sort this out. Okay, I sorted that out. So let's try and go back. Or do a bit more. Okay, there's loads of wolves here now. I can spot 3 at this stage. So I guess we are heading in this direction now. Oh, that's fine. We do want to explore this region. Now the question is, do I stay on this road? I think that'll be a smart move. Because let's face it, they won't actually build up too far away of permanent structures, too far away from roads or power lines and those kinds of things. So if you can find that, that's great. But I have to say, we have great protection from the elements now, but we can't sprint for that long. That might be problematic. This looks like a great place to visit. Okay, so I'm going to search this place, but I won't let you stay here for that. Okay, I had a run through this building, and as you can see, I'm already encumbered again. So we might as well start heading back. Now this is a problem. So we won't be able to see what too far ahead. So we might get attacked, but that's fine. That's fine. So let's head back to our new camp. Get some of these stuff sorted out. And then I can show you some of the other features this game offers you. But I don't want, and hopefully we won't get attacked by too many things along the way. But just in case, let's get a flare out. I can see our house, but I can't see the wolves, and I can't sprint anymore. Let's throw with it, and let's pick it up again. Now let's walk up. Hopefully that dark kennel's not for the wolf. And we are inside again. I can always throw this away, but nah. I can't really use it for this. Yeah, I can use it for that, so that's fine. So let's start this fire with a flare. As you can see, it will take quite a while now because we don't have... It's not that great method because we aren't using any accelerant. So it might take a while. I want to start this fire so we can get a bit of food cooked up. Not that we really need it. But it's great to use... to leave a candy bars and all that if you're outside and you don't really have a chance to start a fire to get a warm meal, so you can always use that then.
Alright.
Okay, let's add that fuel. I'm going to use that. So we have a can opener, so we might as well use it. Cook that up. Really need to drop that. So let's go into our food. Cup of herbal tea. Let's eat that. Oh, I'm gonna throw that. Okay, now since we are here, now let's take a look at our clothing. Now before we do that, let's take some of these. Let's take that and that. Now we can tear this down or harvest it to get cured leather that we can use to repair our other boots. I don't want to. I just need to make sure that I don't repair the things I want to tear down. Now that's a worn expedition parka. So let's take a look. -5. Damn. I'm gonna wear that for now. No, I can lose that. So let's start with this. Use that sewing kit.
I think I need to lay down.
It's already dark again. Let's drink some. I might as well eat that. Come on. Let's get closer to the bed. Because we don't want to have to use our storm lantern. Or something like that. What's the stats like? Oh, we can still do a bit. Now you know what? We might as well use our lantern now. Because we have loads of them. So let's place this over there. That's fine. Now we can sort this out. Okay, and it's morning again. So let's take stock in our journal. So this is the 4th day that we survived. We explored 5% of the world so far. And let's take a look at our skills. We have fire starting and mending. No collectibles yet. But we have our coastal hideaway around here. Coastal town site. We have loads of stuff that we can leave behind. And all that. We have all these clothes that we can later on. I started mending these shoes. So that's an ongoing process. We are ravenous, we only have 400 calories, but we are actually kind of warm. Guys, this is this game so far. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it, and I'll see you for next one. Cheerio.